I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. What would you say is your least Baptist opinion or interpretation on any particular passage of Scripture? Wow, that opens up the proverbial Pandora's box, because I joke all the time, though I am a fan of, or I appreciate being of a Baptistic heritage, I claim to want to be a biblicist, which at times conflicts with quote-unquote Baptist stuff. Well, I could go through a whole list of things, but today I want to address one that probably has given more people peace of mind and a solace of spirit than any other one. Now, again, it's on the issue of what you and I know as divorce. Hear me clearly. Disclaimer. I'm not in favor of divorce. I don't champion divorce. I never encourage divorce. It is something that we never want anybody to ever have to walk through. So hear me clearly. I spend a lot of my time helping couples never go through that process and maintain that relationship that was started some years prior to the event. Now, that being said, there are actually two words in the Old Testament, particularly in the book of Deuteronomy and Malachi, that the Bible uses for the dissolving of a marital union. There's the word divorce, where a bill is given and the two parties separate their ways, and there's what we call putting away. Now, essentially, putting away is when a man, after receiving the dowry of his wife, either got tired of his wife or was having financial trouble, went and got a, quote, second wife and put the first wife in the second bedroom. For lack of better terms, he was polygamous, so to speak. Now, why is that important? Because in Malachi chapter 2, verse 16, there's that famous verse that says, I hate, and you know what that old King James says? Putting away. Not the word divorce, because there were two words in the Old Testament for it. Now, when you get to Matthew chapter 19, which is the famous passage about Jesus and the dissolving of marriages and divorce, he talks about putting away. In other words, I believe that we, in the Baptist tradition, we have made what we might call divorce as the scarlet letter. Remember that famous book where the A for adultery was carved on the chest, and the shame in the community and one's personal life? And somehow, some way, divorce just became this thing in the Baptist church where you can no longer serve, you can no longer teach, you can no longer preach. At the same time, we never desire it, never want it. But I think the Bible has a whole lot more grace than even most Baptists give people for. So again, I don't advocate, I don't support. Everybody's got a story, but there's a big difference between divorce and putting away. And in our culture, and in a lot of our newer Bibles, we've made it the same thing when it's just not. Great question. If you have one, send to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.